Welcome back, legends. I hope you're all fantastic. Today we're talking about this guitar. This is a custom-built Masai 6 by Equilibrium Guitars in the United States. This guitar was loaned to me by a subscriber of the channel. So Lenny, thank you so much. I have really enjoyed playing this guitar over the last couple of weeks. They just sent it to me and said, do whatever you want with it for a couple of weeks. So you may have seen it in a few videos over the last couple of weeks. I have used this guitar for a couple of rehearsals and a gig, and it's one of those guitars that everybody who has seen it has gone, what's that? And then when I've plugged it in and played it, they've been like, dude, that sounds really good. What's going on there? So let's talk about what's going on here. You can see pretty distinctive body shape right there, but it's in that kind of distinctive good category for me. I find a lot of these guitars that kind of take the whole like through neck super strat style thing can look a little bit kind of gaudy, but this is pretty well balanced to me. And the sides are sculpted so that it goes from a decent thickness on the side, still pretty thin, to super duper thin. It kind of gives me Ibanez S series vibes right there. But as you can see on the back, it is a full through neck 5-piece maple and walnut. The sides are walnut. The fingerboard is maple with gorgeous PowerShell inlays on there. And I would class these as large frets, like definitely not jumbo, massive, you know, Ibanez RG style frets, but they're pretty big. They feel really good. I like big frets like this. Anyway, there is a hip shot bridge where the strings go straight through the body. There's even some little offsets on the back. This control plate is gorgeously carved and sculpted and fits right in there. I like that the jack plate is a little bit thicker there to accommodate a standard style jack plate on there. The headstock, that's their signature. I will admit, when I took it out of the box, I kind of did that, but it has definitely grown on me. And the hip shot locking tuners with the exposed bushings in there, can you see that? Hopefully, are pretty awesome. It's finished in tung oil. I don't really have anything bad to say about this guitar because it is a very high-end custom build. The people at Equilibrium Guitars know what they're doing when it comes to building guitars and setting up guitars. And yeah, it's just kind of performed flawlessly. Like I said, took it to a few rehearsals, did a gig with it. It was really nice to play. The fingerboard's nice and flat. It feels really good. This cutaway is really generous. And yeah, I think they just deserve a shout out because this is an amazing instrument. So I'll just kind of say straight up, if you're looking for a custom build, probably a company you should consider, especially if you're in the United States. I'm in no way affiliated with them. I got nothing to gain or nothing to lose by doing this video. I just thought I would do it because, like I said, I like this guitar. It's probably one of the best guitars I've ever played, playability-wise and sound-wise. Speaking of the sound, there are Lola high wind Imperials in here, set up with a 3-way with a push-pull. So let's hear some sounds from this thing because I've been talking for a couple of minutes already. I'm gonna start on the tapped neck pickup. This guitar has fantastic tapped tones out of here, and it has some pretty good clean humbucker sounds, which I think is a rare commodity. So we will go tapped neck, then both tapped, then tapped bridge, then I'll do the same thing with humbuckers. I'm using my FM9. This is a band commander at stock settings with a bit of reverb. Next, let's hear some crunch sounds. The way these pickups are voiced, I kind of like them. They're in the sweet spot where they're not super vintage voice. They're also not super high gain, so they're kind of versatile. You heard the clean sounds on there, but when you add something like the Atomica High from the FM9, you get a real glorious 80s style crunch out of them. Next, drop D, insane amounts of gain. I know a lot of people look at this and just immediately think metal guitar, and they wouldn't really have expected the other sounds we've pulled in the video, but yeah, it is very, very good at this. We'll start on the bridge humbucker, then I'll move to both pickups, coil tap, that kind of modern clicky gent style thing. Lead stuff, that's what I like. That is what I like. It's so crisp and clear and articulate. It is just very, very good. Now, would I order a guitar that looks exactly like this? No, but that's kind of the point of custom builds. You order whatever you want. I am way more normcore, and I would probably just go for a guitar that's like a solid color with very small dot inlays on it. Although I do love the tongue oil finish and the walnut on here. The whole like neck through the body thing in a natural finish just isn't my thing. It might be your thing. That is totally fine. So yeah, just chalk that up to me being a total normie, and I like, you know, very conservative guitar shapes on here, but this thing is ridiculously easy to play. I should even mention as well, when I got this, my wife picked it up and felt it, and she was like, this guitar feels really comfy. It's not like those kind of other blocky guitars that you have on there. So for somebody who doesn't play guitar to notice that, I think that's pretty cool. And look, I don't know if I would order one of their 6 strings because I have so many other 6 strings, but I think at some point I'm gonna order like an 8-string guitar, because now that I've got a 7-string guitar, I feel like I should have an 8. So this is probably right at the top of my list in terms of people who I would get to build me an 8-string guitar, probably with fan frets. This thing just kind of oozes all the good stuff that I like. So maybe at some point you will see a fan fret EQ 8-string on the channel. For now, this one is going back to its owner, who I can totally understand, who loves this guitar, and fingers, toes, and eyes crossed that this thing makes the trip in one piece, because it's a fantastic instrument. Equilibrium, if this is indicative of the work that they do on the regular, pretty fantastic. Definitely a custom builder you should keep your eyes out for. And again, thank you to Lenny for sending me his personal guitar. What an absolute legend. Everybody get in the comments and thank Lenny. And if you own an Equilibrium guitar, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear from all of you. Again, thank you to my amazing subscribers and patrons for making this video possible. If you want to support the channel, there are links in the video description. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all next time.